What is up, guys? Today we are doing a recap of June 10th. I'm gonna go ahead and log in here. Had a ton of trouble trying to get connected to the Wi-Fi again. Actually, not as bad as yesterday. So yesterday was so difficult because I forgot the password and I had to do a mass reset. I had to like call United and tech support and stuff, but eventually we got it figured out. And then today was just being able to try and connect and trying to get the VPN working and whatnot. We just ended up doing it on our hotspot. But check this out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, OBS updated, and I just found out about this today. I updated it about a couple of days ago, like 3 days ago, and they added transitions. Oh man, you had to do like a whole bunch of third-party stuff for this, like a lot of work just to do this. But now it's just all built in here, so it's so cool. Also, look, so dope. I'm so happy. All right. But yeah, we took one trade today and that was enough. Oh man, it looks like the buy was the best thing. Even if we held on to our position right here, we could have got the entire day, you know. The entire scalp went from here all the way here. Sheesh, look at those lines fighting resistance there somehow, from a long time ago too. I'm not gonna even delete that just because it's still relevant there for some reason. Okay, but nonetheless, we were only able to do one trade today. Might do a playback today. It doesn't look like there's much volatility. It looks like just massive moves up and massive moves down. We'll probably just recap it here actually. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, but nonetheless, let's get right into this. So we immediately switched to this just as the market was opening, and we do have our order filled here in kind of no man's land, like the second entries over here. Well, that's because we tried to do it here, but it came, and then when we placed the order, that pop-up came up like, oh, you can't buy there. Because I guess it pushed down a little bit too low. So we just we're able to get filled here before the scalp, which was way up here. So let's go ahead and head right into this. There's that level of resistance hitting there one time. Not a significant amount of resistance quite yet, but after a little bit more testing, you can see the clear level of resistance there. Let's see, where is that? Somewhere around right here. So as you can see, we only took one trade here, and you can see all that resistance right there. Oh wait, is it right here? Yeah, it's right here. If you go like this, you can see that massive resistance. I mean, that's the biggest bar there. Second runner up there, without that included, that massive drop. I mean, come on, that's crazy resistance. Plus the 1, 2, maybe, but with that, yeah, okay. Third, oh yeah, definitely downtrend. So that one was a clear overall downtrend on swing low first entry, second entry. You go for a non-obvious buy. Thankfully, it works out amazingly, and then that would have been the trade of the day essentially. Tested there once, twice, 3 times. Yeah, good trade. We got both of our scalps with the contracts. We're trading 2 contracts. Managed to get it up there. You know what's crazy? We're actually doing pretty well. Like the 2 trades up, 1 trade-ish maybe. But essentially what we're going to be doing is going for 3 trades a day. I don't know how that's going to work. I'll probably play back a little bit today for the rest of the time being today. But yeah, yeah, there's a ton of volatility, it looks like. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Okay. Yeah, the non-obvious buy. Good trade. But basically we're going to be doing 3 trades, and the reason we're doing for 3 trades is because usually we would just do 2 and done, but recently we've been doing, all right, 2 losses. If you get 2 losses in a row, which is very likely to happen, it happens very often to us, but then that 3rd trade we try to break even, and yeah, yesterday we were able to do that. Sometimes we're actually able to do that. So putting that 3rd trade in there to be like And so we would try to use the third trade to try to break even for the day, just to make up for whatever losses, like just at least one, just to, you know, the third trade just, all right, we had 2 losses, this is going to be a lost day, let's try to use the third trade to break even, or to come close to break even at least. And so I think if we add that third trade, that really slims down how many days we can get loss. Does that make sense? How many days of loss we can actually have. So there's a good chance of getting 2 trades in a row of loss at 3 days of the week, you know what I'm saying? So, but putting that third trade in there to try and slim that down to 2 break-even days and then 1 loss day, you know. But even though if that loss day has 3 trades of loss in there, you would have to get 3 losses in a row, which happens to us a lot actually. But we also get 3 profitable trades in a row, just like yesterday. So I think if we're able to just manage how many trades we can take a day, and be able to manage our losses basically, and not go to 4 losses basically. Take a shot every time I say basically. Jeez, I say it a lot, but that's it. If we can manage our losses, I think we're going to be extremely profitable. We've got the account up a little bit. We're going to start trading 3 contracts at $1,000, which is absolutely insane and doesn't make sense because we're only $200 away, which in reality is not much days away actually, because we need $48 there. We're like really excelling pretty fast. It's the strategy guide, scope trading timeline. So 8 days of profit is that. That's also basically 8 days of loss, a little bit more because I think this is based on other $34 loss. Actually, it's the same. The exact same stop loss. I thought we increased our stop loss. No, that's updated, I think. So bottom frag was $34. So 34 times 3. That's a day of loss. A day of profit is actually I don't know if that's updated. 31? Is it 31? Because we did 1 trade. I don't think that's right actually. It's not updated to the 12 tick. Yeah, it's definitely not updated to the 12 thing. So times 12 points, which is each point is $2. So 3 trades a day, 12 points, 2 contracts, $72. All right, am I doing something? Oh wait, bottom frag, that is total. Wait, that's not the correct. This is incorrect, absolutely incorrect. So it's 34 ticks, $34. Okay, so bottom frag is $34 in that 1 trade, which would be the 3rd trade. If we got stopped out on that as well, it would be $51 or $55.26 with the fees. It's a big loss. Not too bad, but let's see what our profit is. So this is for 1 contract. So this would be times 3 basically, or times 2. That would be for 2 contracts. So what we're trading now, $110 loss for 2 contracts. So the thing with bottom frag, now I'm thinking about it, that should full day loss should only be 3 trades, but bottom frag could be 10 trades, you know, like we tried and tried, but eventually, all right, it's time to cut it. We're at negative 34 after 10 trades. Let's just call it. That's gonna be bottom frag. So I think that's why we're gonna keep the bottom frag. I was thinking about why you have bottom frag, but yeah, that makes a lot more sense. So putting bottom frag here is a lot more makes a lot more sense to me, because now we can refer, all right, where are we supposed to get stopped out on, or when do we actually stop? Oh, we hit our stop. All right, we have one more try to try and break even here. If we can't do it, then it's full day loss, you know. So, and doing bottom frag, even if you have a bottom frag, let's say negative $34 for the day with fees, maybe like 40, right, or something like that. Then when you get, or it'll be negative 80 for 2 contracts instead of negative 40, so negative 80. And then when we hit our actual 3 trades, or get our actual go, which is 3 trades, then it would be at $140. So that 80 versus 140, that's a big difference, because you're really looking at 2 days of 2 trades of loss versus 3 trades of profit. And already 2 trades of profit already beats out 2 trades of loss. So adding that third extra, I think, can really help us start to become more profitable. We just have to learn about risk management, or not necessarily risk management, but knowing when to cut our losses. I think that's the biggest thing about this strat, is knowing when to cut your losses. Obviously, if you just read the chart, we don't have to worry about this, but it's so difficult. And our profit or room needed to move to the next contract shouldn't be based on profit. It should be based on losses. Because let's say you're at whatever, like $1,000, right, to trade 3 contracts. When you get stopped out, you're not stopping out on your 8 days of profit, because this number is different. It should be based on the stop losses of 8 days of losses. So if you do get 8 days of losses, you know exactly where to go, instead of this no man's land of 8 days of profit. What is that compared to 8 days of losses? You still basically have enough, you know. It's kind of like a weird thing. So I think it should be based on, because it's meant for going backwards, essentially. That if you're at $1,000, if you were to take a certain amount of losses, how many of those losses would you take before switching to the previous contract? If that makes sense. I don't know, I'm not feeling so yeah. I feel like so I think it should be 8 days of losses, because back then 8 days of profit and 8 days of losses were the same thing. So it was 50, like every trade would equal each trade. I mean, each loss would equal a profit. But now that's not the case, because we take a lot more profit now than losses. We scalp obviously 48 ticks compared to 34 ticks. We try to do it like a 1.5 times, but we know after 100 tests we noticed that just scalping out 48 ticks works best. That rhymed. I wish I could do that all the time, but nonetheless, that's why I think this should be revolved around 8 days of losses instead of 8 days of profit. Because if we get 8 days of losses, that's when we're like, okay, switch to the next contract, you know. So it actually makes a lot more sense. Of course, this number would be with fees as well. In consideration that you're only taking those 2 trades, or should we do full day losses? 8 days of full day loss? I think that makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense actually, because it's 3 trades and 3 trades. Yeah. Oh, this is actually 2 trades. Yeah, it makes 3. That'll give us the excuse to switch this back to 3 trades, because I had 2 trades here just because I didn't want to increase this. But if we this is not going to affect this, because we're doing losses and this is going to be profit. All right, now that makes much more sense. So that makes me a lot more happier. Cool. Estimated net profit isn't really needed all that much, so I'm not gonna even have this here for now. We'll go ahead and like just do this for now. So maybe move that to the back. Now my problem is trying to base the 8 days of losses on bottom frag losses or full day losses. Because if I put 8 days of full day losses, then in my mentality I'm gonna think, all right, 3 trades, 3 trades, 3 trades. And then, all right, we did 3 trades. Let me try this 4th trade to try to break even. And that's something I really don't want to do. Alright, we'll go off of bottom frag because I feel like it's... If we hit bottom frag after more than 3 trades, so let's say we get 2 off, we get that third one, we get the scalp, and we get stepped out again, or what if 10 trades equally negative 34, then I think I want to base that off of the 8 days. Alright, so after some calculation, it's a pretty big difference. Alright, so here we have the bottom frag, 8 days with 2 fees. So fees could be a lot more, it's gonna be up to $300, you know, but basically 8 days of losses. So this would be plus $100, which would be needed to trade the 1 contract. So it would be basically $394. So basically $400. And this would be $542. So what we can do is just meet in the middle, or just stick with this. Because for this to happen 8 times in a row, it seems kind of unlikely, but considering how trading has been in the past, it seems kind of likely, due to the fact we spent like over maybe 7K on the stock market. So maybe we should base it off of this, but I feel like basing it off of this makes much more sense, just due to the fact of there's gonna be a lot of break-even days, and even if we do get one of these, it's still possible to make it up, since 3 days of profit cancel out a whole day of this, you know. So I think basing it off of this would be good. I'm gonna keep all this here just to be safe if we need to edit it for the future, but yeah, I think basing the 8 days and using that margin needed to trade it would be much better. Also due to the fact that I want to keep trading 2 contracts. Being quite honest here, for all the people watching. God, what is wrong with me? Thank you for watching, by the way, whoever is watching. It's just me. That's okay. Hi, Nick. Alright, 566 plus. So it would actually be above the amount needed to trade this. Oh no, wait, it's this plus this. So 8 days of loss, 440. Oh no. Oh, I'm confused. So each one is basically on its own, right? Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it would be the margin needed plus the previous 8 days of profit. Actually, that's a lot. I don't even know if we have enough to trade the 2 contracts. Let's see. Actually, I should probably edit this now. This trade with value is only relevant for the ES because I don't want to have a couple thousand sitting in the bank when I only need a few thousand. Like, I don't want to have $70,000 when I only need $8,000, you know? Yeah, we're in the future. Let's go. What's going to happen? If we could get this right. Alright, 294. So basically 294 plus 100. 394. We'll just round up. So 395. So now to get the margin needed for this. Oh wait, that's in the wrong spot. 395. For this, it's basically going to be this. 395 plus 8 days. Yeah, bottom frag. Yeah, that makes sense because let's say we're at whatever amount is here, then we get 1 loss. Now we have to start trading 1 contract. That number is going to be 8 days of profit. You want 8 days of profit to work with. So if you get 8 days of losses in a row, then it's to the previous contract. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it in my head. Alright, cool, we have enough. But barely. 690. So basically, if tomorrow we do bad and the account is below whatever, below $690 at the end of the day, then we gotta go back to one contract, which is likely to happen. Hate to say it, but we're gonna try our best for that not to happen. Especially since we can do 3 trades now without having the conscious of, oh, I have to get these 2 trades. But basically, yeah, we do have to get those 2 trades, but we do have that 3rd attempt to try and break even. Hopefully all goes well now. And if we get the 2 trades in a row, get that 3rd trade in a row, that's gonna really help us out here. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up. This video's been long enough. 20 minutes, yeah. Alright. I wasn't gonna go over the trade, but I don't think I will. I'm gonna finish this up and maybe go over this tomorrow or something. Yeah. Peace out.